So we are here with Connie Galippi. You're the founder of BitGive.
Yes.
Welcome to the BitConf.
Thank you.
It's an honor to have you here. Tell us a little bit about BitGive new projects.
Wow. Well, we just today launched GiveTrack 1.0, which is the next version of our donation tracking platform. We launched it today, and we have 4 projects on there from NGOs in Canada, the US, and 2 that are Chilean-based. So they're fundraising in Bitcoin. And the concept of the platform is that you can fundraise, but you can also track the money on the blockchain. So the NGOs will benefit from fundraising in Bitcoin, transferring funds on the network, saving time and money. They're using multi-signature wallets, so better security for their funds, and then tracking on the blockchain for how the money is spent and looking at the results.
So it's a big step regarding transparency and anti-corruption, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes. So that's the main concept, is the transparency aspect and building in more accountability through blockchain. So we're building it on the Bitcoin blockchain, and we're also using RSK technology as well for notarizing everything on their blockchain, and eventually building in smart contracts as well.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah.
What about projects in Latin America?
So we have 2 that are live now on the platform. One is with Desafío, and they're raising funds for athletic equipment for low-income students.
Are they from Chile?
Yes, Desafío Chile. There's, I guess, other Desafíos as well in Latin America, but this is the Chilean one. And so they're raising money to support low-income kids in sports and training and equipment, so that they get more interested and motivated in something healthy, and they get passionate about something in their lives, and they have the means to do that.
Well, what was your motivation to found this NGO?
BitGive?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, so it's 5 years old now, over 5 years old now. And when I first learned about the technology, what really inspired me was that you can reach anyone, anywhere, right? So people who are most in need are often in developing countries, developing economies, in like really remote areas. And they don't have access to financial services. They don't have access to NGOs who can support them. But with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, you can access them directly, and you can help them directly. So that's what originally really inspired me. And I also saw the potential that the technology was going to take off and be huge, like the next internet, the next .com. And I wanted to make sure that there was somebody paying attention to how to give back and how to have social impact based on the success of the industry over time. So BitGive is a foundation that supports other nonprofits from the Bitcoin industry support. So it has kind of a dual mission in that way.
What was the most amazing, or the one that has more that had more like social impact in the history of BitGive?
That's a tough question. I think they all have, but I think the one that is most commonly known is our water well in Kenya, because the entire project was funded with Bitcoin. So you can see it, you can touch it, you can feel it, and it's all funded with Bitcoin. A lot of the other projects were a component of something larger, but the project in Kenya was at a girls' school, and it's a water well at a girls' school, so it supports the school and the neighboring community as well. So,
what about the volatility in the price of Bitcoin? Does it affect donations that you do?
Sometimes, yeah, we get that question a lot. I don't think it correlates directly, but it definitely has an effect. So we've seen. When the price is up, we've seen a lot of activity, and things like the Pineapple Fund that happened last year, where there was an early adopter that gave away over $50 million in Bitcoin to charities. Yeah. So obviously when the price is up, you see something like that dramatic happening. But we've also had a lot of support in downtimes too, so I can't always correlate it to the price, which is good, really. Yeah.
Finally, what is BitGive's long-term activities?
Long-term. Well, our focus now is on GiveTrack. So it's launched now in a 1.0, but we have a lot of plans for it, building it out. The next few releases will be, we hope, things like smart contracts on RSK, We'd like to have an integration with an exchange so we can accept donations in fiat and other cryptocurrencies and convert them into Bitcoin. But the much longer term vision with GiveTrack is like a global dashboard for NGO philanthropy on a global scale, right?
Yeah.
And like being able to see everything that's happening in real time because it's all flowing on the blockchain, and being able to present that in a more interesting way for analyzing the data and visualizing the data on a global scale of like, where is money coming from? Where is it going to? What are the results? What's happening? If there's a disaster, being able to redirect the funds to that right away.
Like quickly and without any, Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Would you like to tell our audience, like, how can they help you or, give some donations?
Sure. So there's two ways. One is to go to our new platform, givetrack.org, and look at the projects on that and support them. The funds go directly to the charities, so they're getting 100% of your donation. The other way is if you want to support BitGive and help us continue to do this type of work, our website is bitgivefoundation.org.
Connie Gallippi, thank you very much for this interview, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.